I had been working as a customer support supervisor for almost a year when a new employee named Michael joined our team. He was quiet, polite, and one of the fastest workers I'd ever seen. He finished his assignments hours before everyone else, rarely complained, and always volunteered to help when the office got busy. But there was one thing that drove everyone crazy. Almost every afternoon, he'd disappear into the break room, set an alarm on his phone, and fall asleep for exactly 20 minutes. At first, people laughed about it. Then they started complaining. Some employees joked that he was getting paid to nap while everyone else worked. Eventually, the complaints reached me. As his supervisor, I felt I had no choice but to document it. After seeing him asleep again one Tuesday afternoon, I took photos with the office, security cameras as evidence, and scheduled a meeting with human resources. I honestly believed he was taking advantage of the company. The next morning, HR, the operations director, and I met with Michael. Before I could explain everything, the CEO unexpectedly walked into the room. Everyone stood up. The CEO looked at the file on the table, then at Michael, and asked a simple question. "Is this about the afternoon naps again?" I was surprised. "Again?" The CEO nodded and turned toward me. "Before we continue," he said, "there's something you should know." He explained that 3 years earlier, Michael had been in a serious car accident while driving home from work. He survived, but the injuries left him with a medical condition that caused sudden exhaustion. His doctors recommended one short-scheduled nap during the day to prevent dangerous fatigue and help him stay focused. The company had approved the accommodation after receiving medical documentation. In return, Michael consistently outperformed almost everyone on the team. Then the CEO pulled up the performance reports. Michael handled nearly 40% more customer cases than the average employee, had the highest customer satisfaction score in the department, and had voluntarily trained more than a dozen new hires without asking for extra pay. The room became painfully quiet. The CEO looked at me and said, "Some people see a 20-minute nap. I see the employee who keeps this department running." I felt embarrassed. I had judged one visible habit without noticing everything else he contributed. After the meeting, I apologized to Michael. He smiled and said, "Most people only notice the 20 minutes I'm asleep. They never notice the other 7 hours and 40 minutes. I'm giving everything I've got." That sentence stayed with me long after the meeting ended. It reminded me that judging someone by the one thing you don't understand often means missing everything. That makes them exceptional.